All right, I got a question for you. When was the last time you woke up and you thought to yourself, you know what? I'm exactly where I want to be in life right now. You probably can't even remember. And that's a problem. You can see that, right? Because look, we all have two options in life. Two, that's it. There is no middle ground. First option is you become the person that you know you were meant to be, the version of you that deep down you know is there. Second option is you keep pretending. You keep living out of congruency with who you're supposed to be. And then one day you wake up and you realize, shit, it's over. You missed the boat. You let it all slip away and now you're stuck. Don't be that person. It's a hard pill to swallow, but here's the thing. Most people don't even realize that they're living like this until it's too late. I'll tell you a story. Years ago, I met this dude. We'll just say his name is Matt. Now, Matt had everything going for him, right? He was smart. He was ambitious. He had great opportunities ahead of him. And Matt was the kind of guy who he could have done anything. He could have made a huge impact. He could have really left his mark. But Matt had this problem. He was always waiting. He was waiting for the timing to be right, waiting for the right moment, waiting for the perfect opportunity to line up. And he would say things like, once this happens, whatever it was, then I'll go after it. Once things settle down at home, then I'll be ready to make my move. Always predicating it on something else. You know where I'm going with this. I don't have to say it. He waited and he waited. And then he waited some more. And while he was waiting for everything to be perfect, life moved on. Other people took action. Other people went after the things that he was dreaming about. One day, Matt woke up and he realized he had missed his shot. He wasn't where he wanted to be. He wasn't who he knew deep down he was supposed to be. And here's the thing, Matt wasn't lazy. He wasn't dumb. He wasn't scared. He just kept thinking he'd have more time. He thought that eventually the stars would align, that he'd make his move when everything felt just right. But by the time he was ready, where he felt like things were right, the opportunity was gone. The window had closed. It was over. And he felt like, shit, I missed. And Matt's one of those people, now he lives in regret. Every single day waking up thinking about what could have been. I want you to think about that for a second. How many times have you told yourself, once I do this, then I'll go after what I want? How many times have you convinced yourself that the perfect time is somehow in the future? Because the shitty truth is this, it's not. You're not going to wake up one day and magically have everything fall into place. That's not the way life works. That's not how winning works. And see, here's what winners know. Winners know that waiting is the enemy. You wait long enough, you're going to lose. Because life doesn't wait for you to get ready. Life moves whether you're ready or not. And while you're sitting there telling yourself just one more thing, someone else is out there taking action. Someone else is out there getting ahead. Someone else is living the life that you want. I'll tell you another story. We'll call this person Sarah, right? Sarah wasn't special. Sarah didn't have anything handed to her. She didn't have the perfect timing. She didn't have the perfect circumstances. But you know what Sarah did have? She had a decision. She looked at her life, realized she was nowhere near where she wanted to be, and she decided to take action. Was she ready? No. Was she scared? Yeah, absolutely. Did she wait for the right moment? Hell no. Sarah took imperfect action. She didn't wait for everything to line up. She didn't wait for the stars to align. She started where she was with what she had, and she made a move. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't even pretty, but it was action. And guess what? That action created momentum, and that momentum led to a result. And those results started stacking up. And before long, Sarah was living a life that she never thought was possible. Not because everything was perfect, not because, she waited. It's because she made a decision to act. And that's the difference between people who live in regret and people who get what they want. It's not talent. It's not timing. It's action. The people who wait, the people who hesitate, the ones who end up feeling like Matt, looking back in their lives, wondering where the hell it all went wrong. And then there's other people who take imperfect action, who understand that waiting is just another form of losing. Those are the ones who go out and win. They're the ones who get to the end of their lives without regrets, without wondering what could have been. And here's the deal. You're either moving forward towards the person that you're supposed to be, or you're drifting further away from it. There is no in between. Every day that you wait is just another day living out of congruency with who you know you're supposed to be. It's a heavy burden to carry. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you were feeling like you were on track? Like you were actually becoming the person that you were meant to be? It's probably been a while. And that's because you've been waiting. You've been telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it when things calm down. I'm going to tell you something. Tomorrow isn't promised. Next week isn't a guaranteed thing. Things aren't going to calm down. Life is chaos. Life is unpredictable. And if you just keep waiting for the perfect moment, you're going to find yourself looking back like Matt did, wondering where it all went. Don't be that person. Here's the good news. It's not too late. You can still turn the page. You can still make the decision right now, today, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because every minute you wait is a minute that you're wasting, a minute that you'll never get back. And once it's gone for good. So here's your choice. You keep waiting, keep living out of congruency with the person you know you're supposed to be, or you start taking action. Imperfect, messy, uncomfortable action, because that's the only way you're going to get where you're supposed to be. And winners understand this. Winners don't wait for the perfect moment because they know that the perfect moment doesn't exist. So they move, they act, they take risks. And they understand that even if they're not ready, even if the timing isn't perfect, they're still better off than the person who's sitting on their hands waiting for the stars to align. So it's up to you. What's it going to be? You're going to keep waiting, keep losing, keep living in regret, or you're going to take action now? Because here's the thing. You either act or you don't. You either move or you stay stuck. And the longer you stay stuck, the further you drift from who you're supposed to be. So it's your move. Stop waiting. Stop living out of congruency. Take the action that's right in front of you, imperfect as it may be, or don't. And watch your life slip away, one wasted moment at a time. But remember, greatness is your obligation. Success will never happen without your participation. This life isn't a warm-up. It's the only one you got. So take action this instant because today might be your only shot.